Are you ready to transform your summer into an epic splash-tastic adventure? Say goodbye to wasteful, single-use water balloons and hello to the ultimate in reusable, eco-friendly fun with reusable water balloons. Check out the link in the video description to get yours on Amazon today.
Hurricane Beryl is set to slam Texas with a combination of storm surge, rainfall, and damaging wind gusts Sunday, officials said. Dangerous flash flooding is possible in some areas, whereas as much as 8 to 12 inches of rainfall expected. A few showers have already been spotted, spurring evacuations for some coastal cities like those in Refugio County. There, towns like Bayside, Refugio, and Woodsboro issued mandatory evacuations accounting for some 6,700 residents. The orders come a little less than a week after Beryl made history as the earliest storm to develop into a Category 5 over the Atlantic, as winds and storm surge fueled by the ocean's record warmth. It most recently savaged Mexico after causing at least 11 deaths in the Caribbean, and by Sunday evening, will make landfall in the U.S. More than 6 feet of storm surge could be pushed into areas north of the impact zone near the coastal city of Brownsville. Scroll down for video. We're seeing the outer bands of Beryl approach the Texas coast now, and the weather should be going downhill especially this afternoon and evening, Eric Blake, a hurricane specialist with the National Hurricane Center, warned earlier in the day. People should definitely be in their safe space by nightfall, and we're expecting the hurricane to make landfall somewhere in the middle Texas coast overnight, he added. A staffer at an Ace Hardware in Corpus Christi, just north of the impact zone, added how foot traffic has been non-stop for the past 3 days as a result, with customers snapping up tarps, rope, duct tape, sandbags and generators in bulk. They're just worried about the wind, the rain, Elizabeth Landry said Saturday. They're wanting to prepare just in case. As Landry indicated, no official evacuation order was given to Corpus Christi, unlike its neighbors to the south in Refugio County. That said, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, acting governor while Governor Greg Abbott is out of town in Taiwan, issued a preemptive disaster declaration for 121 counties, Nueces County included. As a result, officials in coastal Corpus Christi asked those visiting for the 4th to return home early if possible, as the city's some 316,000 permanent residents were told to secure their homes. Boarded up windows and sandbags to slow the forecasted floodwaters progress were seen as a result, especially in more low-lying areas of the city and others set on the Gulf of Mexico. Poised to be one of the first and hardest-hit U.S. victims of the stubborn storm, Corpus Christi was joined by several other coastal cities in calling for voluntary evacuations. Towns north of Corpus Christi all the way to Sargent, just south of Houston, issued identical orders, banning beach camping and urging tourists traveling on the 4th of July holiday weekend to move recreational vehicles from coastal parks. Further south in places like Brownsville, the orders were not optional, due to those cities' proximity to the slice of land where the storm will make landfall, after refueling over the Gulf and hitting parts of Mexico. While no deaths have been recorded yet in the Central American country, it knocked out power and put authorities on high alert despite devolving into a less dangerous Category 2. Having since picked up steam over the infamous body of water, the storm is once again a hurricane, one of the highest degree. It is in this Category 5 state that the storm will slam into southern Texas around sometime Sunday night, officials said, much worse than when it toppled trees as a tropical storm when it moved across the Yucatan Peninsula. Now on a collision course with the southern part of the U.S. instead of Mexico for a second time, the storm has already spurred a mass deployment of emergency responders, search and rescue teams, and other resources along the coast. Some gusty winds and slight rains have been seen since, but by nightfall, Brownsville will be battered by the southern part of the swirling storm, as Corpus Christi and cities just south of Houston will be subject to even more severe weather. There, the hurricane will make its final landfall over a range that spans hundreds of miles. If and when it happens, Beryl will become just the 10th hurricane to hit Texas in July since 1851 and the 4th in the past 25 years, officials said. That said, Beryl's path remains unpredictable, and state authorities in Texas are warning PEO.